What's up, YouTube? Happy Tuesday night. CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football. And today we have episode 2 of the Defense 101 series, where we are going to be talking about man coverage. So yesterday we talked all about formations, so hopefully by now you know what a 3-4 is, what a 4-3 is, what nickel, dime, and goal line coverage are. And there was a few questions that came up. So in my LVL vlog earlier today, hopefully I clarified some positional questions about exactly who lines up where and who shows up in the goal line position and where those guys all align on your team. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to start with the annotation, and then we're actually just going to run some plays on defense and talk about what to expect. So in man coverage, what you'll see, if we look here at 2-man under, okay, what we'll see is the 4 defensive linemen have little arrows pointing down. What that means is that their job is to rush the passer or hit the running back in the backfield. What they're going to do is they're going to immediately go forward and try to get past the offensive line. Now in the same play, you'll see that our 2 safeties have those dark blue ovals in the background. What that is signifying is that they are in zone coverage, specifically cover 2, but we'll talk more about that when we get to zone coverage tomorrow. But you'll see here that both of your 2 corners, your nickel back, and both linebackers do not have an assignment. They don't have a zone that they're going to, and they're not rushing the passer. That means that they're in man coverage. So what their job is in man coverage is to just follow whoever the assigned offensive personnel is. So if it's a corner assigned to a wide receiver, he's just going to chase that wide receiver. If he runs on a streak, the corner is going to run on a streak. If the receiver runs on a drag route, the corner is going to try and follow him, similar to like an out route or anything else. Some of the cues when you have man coverage, I usually, in this course of the LVL vlog, try to give you 1 or 2, sometimes 3 reads to watch for, and that's really to try and keep it simple. But when you really know how to read a defense, you can read everybody, and everybody's on the table to watch. I just try to make it simple for you guys at first. Maybe this will help you get a little bit better at actually reading the defense. So what it's going to do, guys, when they're in man coverage is they're assigned to one particular offensive player, and they're just going to chase them wherever they may go. If you, on offense, are in season mode or playing as the wide receiver, and you get man coverage, and you literally just like run in circles, you'll see that the defender attempts to follow you in circles if it's man coverage. So here we go, guys. We're going to kick this off with 2-man under, and I put in an all-bronze squad because I tried to do this once with my normal team, and on season mode, the pass rush just got through so fast it was hard to even see what was happening. But what we're going to look for is look at the corners. So we'll look over at wide receiver 1. It doesn't happen on every play, especially not if they're going to run. But you see how the corners took a little step? That's a cue that you have man coverage. So if you see that little step, you know you have man coverage. Another step, another cue that you have man coverage, and I'll show you on this next play. We're going to go down, and we are going to double wide. Okay, so double wide, you'll see you have dime formation. Your 4 defensive linemen are rushing, and your cornerbacks, your nickel backs, and your safeties are all in man coverage. Now, as long as they're not running, what's going to happen is the 2 safeties are going to run to the line and double the wide receiver. That's a cue that you have man coverage. If you see the safety running to the line like that, you're looking at man coverage. So that's how you would know as one way to identify man coverage. So again, here we're going to go with this cover 1, which is a nickel formation where one linebacker is dropping into a zone, the free safety is dropping into a deep zone, and everybody else is in man coverage. So you'll see here, they are going to chase. This is going to be a run play based on the fact that the safety did not come to the line. And that's just something that we can tell because of the mechanics of Madden Mobile. But that's what we would look for to know whether it's man coverage if you're passing. If you're running, it's a little less of a concern, where running is really just more about kind of following your blocks. But here if we go 2-man under, where it's a cover 2 man coverage, everyone is going to be following their one guy. And in this case, they just ran it for a first down. I'm hoping we get a few more pass plays here. So let's go with double Z or double wide. That's a good one because we'll know right away. So again, we're looking at a run because they're not coming to the line, or they just didn't bite, which is a possibility. So they just didn't bite. Not every play does that, but if you do see that the safeties come to the line like that, you know you've got man coverage. The other big cue is, of course, that little step. So let's go with double wide again. They come in here. They're not coming to the line. It's a run play. That makes sense. We get it shut down. Now it's 3rd and long. So we're going to run double wide one more time. This should be a passing down. If it's play action, the way the game works is if it's play action, they react more like a run. But here, they're going to come in. So we're probably looking at play action or a run. It was play action, and they turn it over. But if you're doing a pure pass that is not play action, they will come to the line. And that's one way you'll know that you have man coverage. Now let's talk about beating man coverage. All right, so when we go in and look at man coverage here, the way to beat man coverage is to choose routes or throw to routes that do some kind of movement that's going to confuse the defender. You don't want to throw streak routes on man coverage because the corner is just going to stick to the receiver the whole time because there's nothing to shake him. Now, if you run something like an out route, whether it's a short out route like I run on flipped spread FL drag all the time, or a deeper out route like when I flip spread PA outs against man coverage, what'll happen is right when that offensive guy takes a move, so if he runs up the field, when he cuts out, it takes the defender a second to react. And that's how you create separation when throwing against man coverage, is you want to create separation. So some kind of move, whether it's an out route, whether it's a curl route, what you want to do is you want to hit your receiver right after they make some kind of move, because that's when they're going to get the most separation before the corner or linebacker or whoever's covering them can react to it. So that's what you want to do to beat man coverage. So some of the routes to look for to beat man coverage are drag routes, where you take one guy kind of starting at the right and kind of going a shallow route all the way across to the left, or vice versa. Out routes can be good. Corner routes, flag routes, anything where there's a big change in direction is the best opportunity to beat man coverage. Those can also be used to beat zone, but it's a different thought process behind it, which we will get in tomorrow. So guys, let's do, you know what, we'll just kind of stop it there. I don't want this one to be too big, but those are the main things to look for is movement. If you see a little step by one of your corners next to the wide receiver that you're watching, you know you have man coverage. If you see that you're running a drag route or some kind of route and the corner is following you, that's man coverage. If you get a route where the safeties are coming deep and just run down to the line to cover someone, that's man coverage. So knowing kind of what routes to beat it are pretty essential to being able to consistently take on man coverage with ease. I like man coverage, and that's why I like to use routes that have routes that can beat both man and zone coverage. So to beat man, I'm always looking to have something like a drag route or an out route. That's why I don't run Hail Mary, because again, you know, if you're in man coverage and you have Hail Mary, there's nothing that's going to misdirect whoever the defender is. So there's nothing that's going to create separation other than just raw speed. And as the game develops, that's not a viable long-term solution. So that's why I personally don't like to throw just straight streak routes. Because against man coverage, you're risking a pick or a tip. Either way, not a smart play call. But guys, if you like this series, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know. If you have questions or comments, let me know in the comments down below. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hang out with me for a week or two. Normally, the show is about daily LVL drives from a top player in a top league, walking you through what I'm doing and why. But I do from time to time like to bring you other gameplay and strategy related content that's going to help either make the game easier for you or just more enjoyable. But let me know what you think, and if you want to see what I drop, when I drop it, hit that bell icon to join the notification squad. I love you guys. You really are the best audience ever. Thank you for pushing me day after day and all the love and support that you guys give me. Thank you so much for that. I love you guys. CHF out.